Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Peace in, peace in. We're coming in. Zoom people are coming in as well here. Okay, let's take a look at the Gulag. So all systems are up and running. Nice. Glad to be back here after a little bit of a long weekend. Let's see here. So my systems are on. Mic is good. Beautiful. Man, I have like 4 mics connected to my system, 4 devices that use 4 mics. And sometimes it's a pain in the ass to figure out which mic is working. All right, awesome. So what I want to do is gotta make sure everyone on top. I think everyone is. So currently, let's take a look at pound yen here, right? Let's remove all analysis and let's do some fresh analysis on pound yen here. So looking at the daily time frame, daily is obviously bullish. We're coming up to a very, very strong resistance on the pound yen right here around 154, 500 areas there. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we're coming up to a rejection area here as well. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, we can see that that rejection area is a little higher. It's up to like 154, 500, almost like 15 pips away from where price is right now currently. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, there was a move here that happened earlier on. Just as the new hour candle started, we had a resistance here previously formed right at this point, after the London session. And once we start breaking above this area, we had almost like, almost like a wick fill, like till 400, and then some sort of a like rejection is moving into 450 and 500, which is where I think price is rejecting this area. But I think it's also good in a way because in London session we respected 154, 150. If there's a possibility that price can create some sort of a support, I think we can continue up to retest this high and then obviously, essentially continue up to like 154, 500 at this point. Only if we create some sort of a valid support at this time right here. Right, so that's what I'm looking for, buying opportunities for pound yen. I already took a buy. Oh, my position got stopped out over here. Yeah, I had a runner. It got stopped out. So anyway, this is what I'm looking at here now. Prices coming down, create some sort of a support, and then continue on to retest a high. Sells, I'm not looking at sells at this point because this is a very choppy range over here, right? And if you measure this range, this is like a 15 pip range. It's a very choppy range. So I would want to stay away from this range. I wouldn't want to take a trade in this range. So this will be a no trade range right here. I'm not touching this area at all. If we start breaking below 154, 150, then again, we have a choppy range over here. So I'm not really looking at sells because these ranges are very choppy. I'm only looking for buys. So we're going to see if we create a support over here for pound yen to continue moving bullish or not. Deliberately, that's what I'm looking for here today. Hello, Raja. Hello. We got people coming in here from all sorts of backgrounds here. All right. Let's take a look at gold. So looking at gold from the daily time frame, we're still in a range, but we're very, very bullish, right? This new daily candle, it basically broke the low and broke the high at the same time. Looking on the 4-hour time frame at this point, we are in wow, this is some nasty range over here. If you look at this range here without looking at the smaller time frames, this is what we need to get out of, right? Gold needs to get out of this area here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down to the smaller time frames and see if we can find some more information here, because right now it's struggling a lot here. So let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame. Now looking at the 1-hour time frame, we obviously have a resistance forming at 1884, right? And then at the same time, we have some sort of a support forming right over here as well. It's not established support on the 1-hour time frame because the 1-hour candle is still open. What is up? Well, maybe pound yen is going to be up after we create a support. So we shall see, right? We're consolidating on gold. Looking down at 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I think much better sells, if I'm going to look for sells on gold, are going to be probably below 1879. Because if we can break below 1879, or like right here, 79.30, 79.20, we have this clean range going all the way down towards, 1874, which is like 48 to 44 pips away. And I think that's going to be a pretty good range to trade in below this area here. 1879, 1880. This is what I might want to look at. But if I'm looking for buys on gold, this looks even more cleaner at this point now because, price went up, created some sort of a resistance, and then started to come down. So maybe this is where we're creating some sort of a resistance here. And if we break this area, 1883, 1884, I think there's a very good probability for price to continue up towards 1886, which is not that far away. It's like 25 pips away, stuff like that. But then again, that's a very strong resistance there as well. So we'll see how price moves out of the zone. Currently, right now, it's within this zone. I would want to look for sells below 1879. That's what I'm looking at. Where the focus is going to be today. Let's check this out over here. I entered GU when 30-minute candle closed below the candles looking left. Oh, they are clean wicks. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed and taking sells. Let's take a look here. Can you break down crude oil really quickly? I would like your opinion. I think it's better to post your own opinion, Purple Gorilla, and then we're going to take a look at that. And then we're going to see whether, it makes sense or not. Because my opinion may not, coincide with your opinion, so there might be a problem at that point. All right, looks like someone's taking GU sells over here. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Looks pretty solid, not gonna lie. I wouldn't take these sells. I mean, if I would be late at this point, but it does seem like it should continue down till 1.41530, right? As long as we stay below this area here. So this looks like a pretty solid support area to the left-hand side, right? So now basically, I would guess that you would want this candle to stay below 1.41, 660 here. If you can stay below this area, I think you have a pretty good chance for price to continue down. All right, let's take a look at this over here. Enter when 30-minute candle created a top wick and then started breaking the previous low. I would not have taken this trade. Probably I would have waited for price to kind of close below because the previous candle had no wick. So even if I would have taken the trade, it would have been with a lower risk, because the previous candle closed with no wick at the bottom, so it basically a 50-50 chance. Even if we make a top wick first and break down, it's still kind of risky. So I think the better thing is to always reduce risk at this stage. Weren't you concerned about GJ resistance? It was a mess. No, because I was confident. We were breaking above this area where we were consolidating, and we broke above this area, and then it came down. So this was the trade I took here this morning. We started to break above this area, took a buy, went up to 10 pips, secured positions, left a runner, and a runner got stopped out as price retraced, and looks like it's coming back into the zone at this point. Okay, let's take a look at this over here. This is gold, secured 60% at 14 pips. Nice, full TP. US 30, buys above 34,000. Yeah, looks good. Zones are good. Range is good. Your range for buys is pretty good at this point. Sells a little bit too choppy to trade. That's true. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. See what's going on this week. I think I looked at it yesterday and there was nothing really happening. Look, so we have USD low impact news, CAD low impact news. Wednesday as well, nothing really important happening. Thursday, GDP, it's high impact, but they're looking at the same numbers, so I'm not sure how big of an impact it's going to have. We got unemployment claims there as well. Looking at Friday as well, we got nothing basically happening. Nothing really important happening that we should be aware of, to keep an eye out for. But currently right now, I'm just waiting for pound yen to close out of this range so we can potentially look for some buys here. Would you mind checking this chart and let me know what could have done better? Right here, took an impulse entry, anticipated price to go up, but price came down. Yeah, I think at this point, what you could have done is just to manage risk, and I don't think there was a way to manage risk over here either. Or What I would have done is I would have maybe closed 50% as this candle broke the low of the previous bullish candle you had right there. Gold. Oh, it was the same idea over here. Removed whole position at this point, removed 50%. Yeah, it's pretty good. Managed risk. Any specific reason why you're trading in London too? Do we have more volume in London these days? This wasn't London session. This was maybe 30 minutes before the stream started. Do we have to consider this week as the end of the month? Yes. This week is going to be the end of the month. I mean, we're going to have one day next week, Monday, where it's going to be the last day of the month. But, I mean, I would just say this is the end of the month at this point. This entire week. What does it mean, no trade range? A no trade range is a range where the probability of getting good trades is extremely low. You know, that's what it means. So you can see right here, price broke above 154.330 with one swift move up and then price came down. You know, ideally, you would want to see a potential support formed around, you know, 154.330 for price to continue moving bullish. That's what I'm waiting for here today. So there's no trade range. You can see how choppy it is here to the left hand side, right? Look at this price action here. You have some minor support being formed right here at this level. If you measure this range, it's like an 8-pip range, right? So it's not enough range. I mean, you need ample range within the range to be able to trade a range, you know. So this is not enough range at this point. All right, we got Euro New Zealand coming up here. We have a high created. Candle looked like it retesting the high, but looks like a potential rejection. Buys if candle closed above this. Yeah, it looks good. Sells below this area. Buys above this area. I think if this candle was small enough, we could have taken buys for price to continue bullish. But you're right, it does seem like a possible rejection. What's this? Stock market Malayalam. Forex signals. Oh. It's hilarious when people from stock market start to give out Forex signals. Come on, man. What do you guys know about Forex market? Stock market and Forex market. How do you shadow your wicks on TradingView? Like yours don't look as bright as the candle bodies. I'm not sure. Shadow the wicks? I have no idea what that means. You guys have to understand, I'm not a very complicated person. I literally don't know what that means. Never thought about it, never looked at it. It is what it is. For the most part, things that it is what it is. Let's take a look at this here. First quarter, it's too early to say price to blame. Oh. Interesting. All right, this is gold. First half 15-minute candle closed slightly weak bullish. Oh, first half, okay. Next created bottom wick, managed risk, closed full position, minus 5 pips. Oh, nice, beautiful. Managed risk over here. Again, very, very nice. Very nice. I think it's Tuesday. I'm going to treat today as Monday, and I'm going to be safe today because yesterday was a holiday, you know, like we had low volume. I checked the charts yesterday, and nothing happened yesterday. This was yesterday right here. From 6 a.m. right here till, yeah, this was yesterday till like 9. Nothing happened. You know, even on pound yen over here, if I look at pound yen. Yesterday, this was yesterday from here. Right here. 6 a.m. till like 8 a.m. Had a little bit of a move up, but other than that, it was just like whatever. Do you feel that GJ is slacking behind the moves due to fundamental reasons? I'm not sure. I think from what I can see is that nothing's really groundbreaking happening in the economy at this point. So I think which is why we're seeing this sort of weird volume at this time. I think once the economy starts to open back up again, we're going to see some moves here and there. But, you know, I mean, we're also moving into summer months as well. And this is a very special time. And the reason why it's a special time is because we have vaccines on the way. We have the virus thing happening at the same time. We're moving in summer months considering all the other factors. So, you know, like we've never seen these times before. Summer months with lockdowns. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So like, you know, I mean, we just look at price the way it is and then we try to trade on that. Eurobank affects other currencies as well because tomorrow was a Euro bank holiday, but in GU in London, session is moving like it was also closed. Yeah, it does. You know, whenever you have a Euro bank close or the pound bank close, usually there's less volume because you got to understand, right? London session is built with the pound and the euro, right? So if one of those are closed, you'll see that the volume is going to be lower, the spreads are going to be a little higher, you know, so those things will affect things too. What's the purpose of num key on magic keys? It's supposed to turn it on and off, well, to lock it and unlock it. So if you press the num key, you'll see the light turn on and turn off. All right, looks like pound yen is about to do a fake out over here. I don't like this fake out because, you know, we're still in a range at this point. But you know what I might try to do? So let's take a look at this, right? This is the resistance we have at this point. Price broke out of resistance. This candle closed back in the range. I would say if price can break below this area here, I think we can continue moving down within this range. But I'm not going to be executing on it. I'm just going to watch it. What I'm going to execute on, if I get a buying opportunity, that's what I'm going to execute on today. How do you feel about Eleanor's blatant rip-off magic keys? That's fine. You know, here's the thing about when people try to copy stuff or try to imitate you. That means that you've created an industry, right? You've created an industry where you can sell a product, sell a service and all that, you know, so it's nothing bad. That means that that part of the industry is thriving right now. Whenever you have innovation happen, you know, one person comes along and says, hey man, like, look, this is something different I've done today, you know, and some people may see that, oh, it's weird. Some people may see that, oh, it's new and innovative, it's helping people, and then they're going to be copies, you know, and that's perfectly fine because that means that that industry is thriving. Look at how Tesla started, right? Tesla, it came in and now we have, like, you know, like a lot more cars they're going to come in with electric motors. So, like, you know, I think it's good. I think it's good. That means that everything's thriving at this point. So whenever you have copies and people try to copy you with stuff like that, you know, just like look at the live streams, right? We started the live streams. No one else started the live streams. And now when you go to YouTube and type live Forex, man, you see all sorts of live streams because it's thriving right now. You know, so it's nothing bad. I think it's good. In the beginning, I used to, like, you know, take a little bit of offense to like people copying and stuff like that. But then I really thought about it. I'm like, hey, listen, like, we're creating a huge market, right? We're creating a new industry from nothing. So I think it's good. As long as you're on the as long as you're, like, you know, far ahead of the competition, I think that's pretty good. Gold is my only hope for today. GJ is choppy. Well, I think gold is pretty choppy at this point as well. Yeah, let's put it right over here. Potential sells below 1879. Let's do 1879.50. This is what I'm looking at here today. Potential sells below 1879.50. What did you study? I studied computer sciences, and then I dropped out after 6 years because I couldn't graduate. So I spent 6 years in university. It's not like I dropped out after, like, you know, 2 years or 1 year. I actually spent 6 years in my bachelor's program, and then I dropped out. I was like, man, you know what? 6 years, my bachelor's is done. I'm over it. First live scene, you've been live since Friday, demo for 3 months before, up 5.4% since Friday. Small lots. Oh, nice. Very nice. Slow and consistent gains. This is pound USD. Sells below 1.41537. I think we have someone in sells on pound yen over here. Looks like we are coming down. If we measure this range, oh yeah, it's like an 8 pip range. I don't think it's enough range for price to really fall. So let's take a look here. What was this price here? 1.41530. 41530. I think it's right over here. This is what you're looking at below this area. I think it's also going to be better below this price level over here as well on the 1 hour time frame. But it's definitely choppy at this point. I mean, look, once we come below 1.41600, it starts to get choppy over here, even though we have clean candle here to the left hand side, but then it comes into the vicinity of a range, because previously this was the range over here. So you'll have to be really careful at this point. Broke above resistance right here. Oh, right here. Support, bullish, enter for buys, stocks below previous candle on this trade. What are your thoughts? I think it's AUD USD. From what I can see is that I'm not sure whether you entered over here or you entered over here. I would say you entered over here because this is where the profit thing is. And I mean, I wouldn't have entered here. I would have entered once we broke the high at this point right here. That's where I would have entered the trade. Once we broke above the high. Because we were consolidating, and I mean, there was a support form, but we needed to also break the high. If you wanted to enter right here, maybe this could have been your impulse entry at that point. No, a dynamic risk, like, you know, like a smaller position. I'm a new trader. I've been risk managing my way down to 50% of my starting balance. LOL, trading GJ. Confident I will eventually find a win. Man, to be honest, pound yen has been a huge pain in the ass. I mean, its volume hasn't been there the way it has been last year. To be honest, ever since Biden came in, it's just pound. I mean, pound yen has just been, you know, really difficult. We had January, half of January was ranging. February was pretty good. March was okay. April, dog shit. You know, May is still okay. You know, I think with pound yen, what's been happening is since there has been low volume, we've been seeing delayed moves up to like NYSE open. You know, because like if you look back for all of your New York sessions, what you're going to find is like main moves have been coming on around NYSE open, you know, later on in the day. Because usually we would see moves at around, you know, NY open, and then we'd see some sort of a, like, you know, range at NYSE, and then by London close hour, we would see some moves. But, you know, not, like now, I think they've been delayed here a little bit. So we got to take it as it comes. I've been watching. I've been getting a lot of trades on gold though, because, you know, like pound yen has been ranging, and the only next pair I look at is gold. So that's been keeping me afloat here for a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what happens today. Do you do a review on every trade you took, also on simulator? No. Every trade I take in the market, I review that trade. Every trade, each and every trade. I think that's a very good quality to have as a trader. Talk about Bitcoin. Please analyze the chart. Your analysis is perfect. Not about Bitcoin. I think Elon tweeted the other day saying that crypto is dead. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is something. I know someone's going to say, "Oh yeah, it's real." It's an imaginary. It's an imaginary thing which have a perceived value. That's all what it is. You know, tomorrow someone can just turn the switch off on Bitcoin and that's it. It's literally imaginary with a perceived value. That's it. That's all what it is. You know, it has no real world applications. I know some people are gonna turn around and say, "Oh yeah, this retard," you know, but there's still, at this point, as the way it stands, there are no real world applications. You can't give Bitcoin to Saudi Arabia and buy arms, or like sell them arms. You can't do that. You know, that's what I mean by real world applications. You can't buy real estate. You can't buy a car. Of course you could, and of course you would have maybe a month ago when Tesla said they would buying, but that was, I think that was a huge pump and dump. You know, oh yeah, Tesla will take Bitcoin. Okay, buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up. And then, oh yeah, we no longer take Bitcoins, sell Bitcoins. I just sell entire crypto, you know? So, I mean, it was a huge, I think these cryptos were built for the elite to make money. That's all what it was. It's a game by the elite, which they know that the sheep are going to follow, and they'll make a ton of money. You know, some people did make money at the end of the day, but, you know, for the most part, I think it was for the elite to make a lot of money. Already getting some hodlers mad over here. Should I put my money on Forex instead of crypto if I really want to get good at Forex? Well, if you really want to get good at Forex, I think you should trade Forex, right? Can't see everything you said can't do with Bitcoin. You actually can. So what are you talking about? I don't I don't know. I don't know where you can buy a house with Bitcoins at this time. You know, it's good to dream and be you know, optimistic about it, but at this point you just can't. I couldn't. I couldn't buy my house with Bitcoin. I can't pay my mortgage with Bitcoin at this point. You know, in the future we could, we may, but at this point we just don't. How for how long? Hold on. How for how long is Magic Key supposed to be charged for, and how long does a full battery last? As you mean keep it 3 hours a day? You know, to be honest, 3 hours a day means that you're pumping buttons 3 hours a day. I mean, I charged my thing maybe for about an hour a month ago, and I still haven't really had the need to charge it again. With the way the cryptos are at risk, is it risky to fund Forex account from crypto because the profit made when withdrawn to crypto can be worthless? Agree? No, not really. Because here's the thing, right? There are no like, you know, quick moves on crypto. So when you're like withdrawing and depositing, so the value you get at the time of withdrawal or deposit, it's the value you're gonna get back to your wallet. Okay, let's see here. Gold is still ranging. Pound yen is back at this range. Looks like pound USD is also dropping down over here. Nice. I'm just spectating here at the time. You know, not taking any trades. Just, you know, hanging back. Hey Rajesh, nice to see you. Could you please explain your GJ trade? Because if it was me, I couldn't take it because based on what I've learned from you. So basically, here's the thing, right? Our trend was bullish. If you look on the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour candle was bullish. Looking to the left hand side, we had clean candles going all the way up towards, you know, 154, 430, 450. So the idea was that price is bullish, and based on the 4-hour time frames, we should move bullish. That was the whole idea, right? Perfect. Let's drop down to the 1-hour time frame. I know someone's going to ask me again, so just, you know, mark this down. I don't know what time it is. 30 minutes into the stream. Okay, so looking at the 1-hour time frame. Now, here's the problem. The problem was that this candle was closing below these wicks over here, creating a resistance, right? So if you look to the left-hand side, this was also a rejection area at this time, right? So now remember, the whole idea is the bias from the 4-hour time frame, right? So now when we look at the 30-minute time frame, we had the 30-minute candle closing bullish, but below this resistance. So what will take the price to continue moving bullish if we break above this area? What's it's going to take is for the candle to break above these wicks at this point. So once we broke above this wicks, this is where the buy was taken, and as price continued up towards around 9-10 pips, secured positions, left a runner, and price came down, a runner got stopped out, and that's it. That was the trade. You know, so again, it was based on a 4-hour. I know someone's going to say, but what about the wicks? What about this? What about that? It was based on a 4-hour, plus, you know, it required some sort of experience as well when you start to see your things here. You can sell your Bitcoin to fiat to buy a house. Man, now these dumbass comments are going to come in. If you have Bitcoin, you could change it to USD and then buy a house. Well, of course you can, dumbass. But you can't really send Bitcoin to Mr. Realtor and say, hey, this is the down payment for the house. Mr. Realtor is going to say, man, are you out of your goddamn mind? Send me some USD. Send me some CAD. This is like saying, oh, I have 4 goats, and with these 4 goats, I can buy a house. No, you can't. You need to convert those goats in cash and then buy a house. How old are you guys? All right, let's take a look over here. This is a GU chart over here. How could I have re-entered here? Didn't see any re-entry candle. Close 50%. Oh, yeah. It is what it is at this point. You know, it is what it is. I mean, had a deeper liquidity grab than expected, so there was no way to re-enter trade at this point. And that happens. Can you say something about this trade? Can I say something about this trade? All right, let's see over here. This is sent by Kedge Wu. All right, so we're still in the range over here on pound yen. This is a no trade range. Looking for potential buys above this area, 154.330. So let's take a look at this chart. This chart is sent by Kenj Wu in YouTube. Oh, what's happening here? Gold, green, red zone, gray zone. I don't know what's happening. They're looking for buys. Are you in buys? Are you planning buys? I mean, looks good. Looks good, I guess. Okay, who wants to live in Turkey? Oh, why is Raja assuming Bitcoin is a currency? I'm not. I bought my house in FX. Could you show us the trades you took on GJ this month? There weren't many trades I took on GJ. Yeah, there weren't many trades I took on GJ. Okay, I know. Okay, what's going on here? I know how you think about cryptocurrency. Just keep it to yourself. You do not want to debate it. Yes. Just like religion and politics, you can't debate cryptos. Okay, so we're just still ranging over here. Okay, so now when you look at this range, this is something I've been looking at here as well, right? So obviously we have a support right here, 154, 150, 160, whatever, right? And then we have this consolidation over here. Now, with this candle coming down, we were correct about this being a fake out, because if this was a fake out, price has to come down to the opposite end of the range over here. If there's a support formed, I think that's going to be a good opportunity for price to continue moving back up as well, because now we're creating this clean range, clean traffic here in the middle of this range. So something good to look at basically. We're coming down to this minor support, so we'll see what happens at this point. I'm going to be looking for buys only if we come above this area. Sells, I think it's already been missed, so we'll see how the candle closes at this point. According to risk management perspective on gold trade, you use mostly 5-minute time frame. Thank you, boss. Oh, mini banks, I answered this question yesterday in Slack. You just repeated that same question. Okay, are you buying gold? No, not right now. Waiting for price to break above 1884, and then we'll see if we can buy gold to continue moving bullish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is gold. Daily high is above 1886. Buys above this area. I think if you really focus, you may get buys above this area here. You may get buys above this area for price to continue up. The way you react about crypto to buy a house only proves you don't know anything about crypto. Well, you still can't buy a house with crypto. I'm sure it has future. You can do things in the future. I 100% agree with that. But you literally cannot go outside and buy a house with bitcoins. No one's going to accept that as payment. No one's going to accept it. Maybe in the future they will. They will for sure. But you can't buy a house with Gamma Gamma coin or with Doge coin or with those are facts. You can't. Those are just facts. You can't deny facts. You have to accept it. You can't. You can't do that with gold either. No, you can't. I think I don't know. No, you can't. It has to be cash. It has to be money. All right. Looks like gold is about to break above at this point over here. This is going to be a move right here on gold. Once we get a candle closing above 1884, I think we can continue on in this range towards 1886, 1887 potentially. Just need a candle to close above this area. Can't take an impulse entry, and the reason why is because previously candle came up and it rejected it. Candle came up again and it rejected it. So we don't know whether this candle is coming up to reject or is this candle coming up to close above this area. So got to wait for candle to close above this area first. We got 6 minutes left. So got to be patient here a little bit. Oh, this is a very good point raised here. Most of you don't even have the amount in Bitcoin to buy a house anyway. Yeah, that's true. Most people talking about all this stuff, they don't even have enough to buy a house anyway. Man, that's like saying, oh yeah, go Elon, go Elon. And Elon doesn't give a shit about you anyway. He said to pump and dump cryptos and make money. How much leverage you used? See, here's the thing about leverage, right? A lot of times people will let their accounts run in. So when you have trades running, I'm sure a lot of guys have trades running at this point right now. And if you have trades running, you will see something as margin percentage, right? Never let your margin percentage run below 200%. When it runs below 200%, there's a very high probability it's going to go to 100%. When it goes to 100% and it goes lower than 100%, there's a very high probability your trades are going to start closing. That's when you get a margin call. And you don't want to get into a margin call. There's nothing anyone can do about a margin call. You know, once your account runs at, below 100% margin, the system is going to start to close down your trades. And it's a very sad situation at this point. It's happened to me and I'll be like, man, my trades are getting closed. Why is this happening? I'm complaining to the brokerage and they keep telling me, bro, you're full margin. You're full margin. Don't do that. And I'd still, man, but my position is getting closed. Why? Help me. Bro, just make sure you're not over leveraged. But now I know. Now I don't over leverage. So things are good. You can hedge. Yeah, that's how you fuck things up when you hedge. You're in deep drawdowns on buys and you decide to take sells at the same time. You're like, oh, let me make at least something in sells. And then prices goes the opposite way and now you're in drawdown and everything. The 1 hour resistance on gold at 1885, can I know why you don't consider it? 1885? Yeah, it's there. I mean, I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. I mean, on the 1 hour, it's there, but I'm basically looking at the 30-minute to kind of like close above this area to have some sort of a confidence for price to continue. Because remember, on the 1 hour, you can see wick rejections. On the 30-minute, you see sort of like a market structure if candle closes above 1884. There's a big if. What time do you expect market to go back to its old ways? I'm talking pre-COVID. I'm not sure. No idea. We need the market to open up back again. The countries to open up back again. This is like saying, when are we going to have the last lockdown? No one knows. No one knows. In Canada, it's a different story every day. In the UK, it's a different story every day. We just don't know. If Trump was here, I'm pretty sure the market would have been normal, but it is what it is. A friend of mine lost 300,000 last month because he hedged gold and GU with multiple 50-lot positions. Oh, that's not pretty. If this 15-minute closed like this, would you consider a buy as there is a rejection? Probably not. Probably not at all. I'm going to look for buys about 154, 330, 340 above this area, because this is a no trade range here for me, and yeah, I'd want to wait for a price to break above this area. Dominion market spreads are insanely disrespectful. I think you have a standard account open. If you go to a pro account, the spreads are actually pretty low. Can you say something about my trading plan on Euro USD? Okay, let's take a look here. Euro USD coming right up from the gulag. Potential one more short after breakout. Okay, looking for shorts. If you look at 4-hour time frame, there's a lot of clean candles. Oh yeah, this looks like it. What made you choose this green color over like a gray background? What was the combination of that? It's so hard to read. Why not black? Why green over here? All right. Where would you get those candles and arrows to pick? What? Where do you get those candles and arrows to pick and paste on the chart in TradingView? Oh no, that's Zoom. That's a part of the Zoom session here. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is a potential impulse entry coming in on a pair we don't know, on a chart we don't know. Let's take a look here. Oh, impulse entry for sells on gold. Okay. Yeah, actually I was looking at that as well below, but it has to be below 1879.50 or even 1879 to be safe. Where's this level here? Oh, 1882. Yeah, I would say 1879 below this area here, because this isn't enough range for me personally to, take a trade. It's like a 17 pip range. Below 1879, you have a much bigger range. Look, this is a 50 pip range versus a 17 pip range. So now the question is, where do you want to take a trade? Do you want to take a trade within a 17 pip range, or do you want to take a trade in a bigger 40 to 50 pip range? Good morning, people. I'm late. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Let's take a look at this chart. Oh, we can't open this chart layout for you. If you're the owner, you need to log in to be able to see it. Well, there we go. Nathaniel, I tried. I can't open it right now. Can you explain why you are taking a buy on GJ above 154.330 instead of 154.430? Above here because, there was a fake out at this point, and that's why I'm looking to take buys above this area, 154.330. And expecting it to continue up to retest this high and then essentially continue on up. So we'll see how price kind of like, forms itself above this area 154.330. All right, same wrong chart. Let's take a look at this GA idea here. GA, we're ranging price created support right here, looking for sells if we break and retest. Okay, looks good. Let's take a look here. GU actually came further down. Let's take a look at GA. So remove all analysis, looking on the 4-hour time frame. Oh wow, this is a very, very strong support on GA. It looks like GA, GU, GJ with all that supports. Looking down over here, we have clean range below 1.82330. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I mean, the only thing we need to see, I guess, at this point is what if we broke below the support and then we broke below another support. We need to see if we have a pullback to create like a resistance for price to continue down or not. Because if we can create a resistance for price to continue down and break the support with volume, that would make sense because the entries would be somewhere up over here. But then again, as you said, if we break below and do the sort of like a retest below this level, I think that could also continue moving price bearish too. So I think there's a little bit of a waiting involved here. Will this year be a 7-figure year for you? I'm not sure. Not sure. Can we have Daniel Savage as a guest this Friday? He's a very sketchy person. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Made mistakes, but not anymore. Do you consider impulse sells below 1879 with volume? Yes. 1879, that's what I'm looking at this point. Below 1879 with volume. So we'll see. Right now we're just ranging on gold. Right now we're in a range on GJ. GA is pushing down to the support, so we'll see if we continue breaking down or not. Let's take a look at Euro JPY. Wow, Euro JPY, look at these zones. These zones were created like yesterday, and we're breaking above this area. We are really bullish on euro. Let's take a look to the left hand side. So on the left hand side, February 2018, there's a resistance right here, and then there's another one right over here. So notice I'm looking at the tip of the wicks here, right? Because on daily, if we're bullish at this point, the tip is around 31 pips away. So now what we're going to do is we're going to break this down on the 4-hour time frame, and then we're going to take a look at it right over here. Let's drop down to the 4 hour, scroll to the left hand side, and this is what we see. On the 4 hour, this is the top of the range here, 133,800, and then we have another one at 134,170. So that's where price is right now, right here. You know, so I guess what we would want to see is, maybe we would want to see sort of like, well, we are breaking above this area. I think if we can break and close above this area, we can continue moving bullish. Could be an idea on your JPY. We're going to keep an eye on that, not to execute on it, but just to keep an eye on that, see if it really works or not. Gold chart, nice zone work, consolidation ranging, 1880 level. This is what I'm waiting to break at this point, so we'll see what happens. What about Todd Capital as a guest, similar trading style? Yes, really good student as well. Which tool you use to make the stick support and resistance lines that look like extended boxes? It's this rectangle right over here. Right here, this rectangle. Why you change from Wanda to FXCM in viewing charts? I don't know. I've never focused on Wanda or FXCM. I've always had whatever I've had in the watch list. I've never focused on different liquidity feeds. All right, what's going on over here? Pound yen. Oh, sells. Okay, nice. Nice. You got these sells at this point. I think they were taken right over here. Right here. Beautiful. I've only taken one trade here so far. It was a buy on pound yen, and now just kind of like waiting. I don't know if you, Edward, that's an FX trader. Maybe you can see if you could potential guest. His accounts are Edward FXXL. All right, let's take a look over here. Oh, there we go. Let's take a look here. Potential guest. Oh, nice. I will never DM you first. That's true. What's this? Finish your studies and get a job. You're never going to be someone without a degree. The maximum you can, all strategy limitations are. Oh, you know what? This is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Always finish degrees, get a job, you know, focus on your options. That's absolutely true. Why can't you make 10, 15 per month? You know, yeah, but this is absolutely true. Like, you know, whoever says jobs are for bums, or, you know, I mean, those people are bums themselves. When they say jobs are for bums, you know, you can learn a lot from jobs, man. Discipline. You can learn a lot of skills from jobs. You can learn a lot from the people you work with. You know, and that's very important. I mean, if you look at all the socially awkward people, you know, they've never held jobs, but there's a very small percentage who are wildly successful. You know, and just ask yourself that if you leave college or if you leave university, are you going to be wildly successful? What's the probability you're going to be wildly successful? I'm talking about billions. There's a very, very, very small probability. You know, of course you can dream, and dreaming is very important, but not all dreams come true. You know, and that's just how it is. I've accepted that. Not all dreams are going to come true. I know you mentioned it, but when you were going over GA, but when you mention price creating resistance, do you mean on the 15-minute or the 30-minute? Both, I would say. 15, 30, you know, you can see where pulling back at this point. I think it's the pullback on the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, you know, if we create a resistance on 15, 30, then I think it can continue moving bearish. What's this? Is the broker registered with the Information Regulatory of Canada? No, it's not regulated in North America or Europe. You dropping a freestyle in this beat or what? I can. Probably on Friday. Probably on Friday we're gonna have Ty back on, and we're gonna have a beatboxing competition. Yeah. Let's take a look over here. This is gold looking for sells. Is it wise to take a sell if the price break below 1880? Yeah, it's good. I mean, that's something that I'm looking for here as well. Below this area, 1879, 1880. We can break below this area. I think we can continue bearish. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pound yen is also coming back up over here, which is pretty good, because if we can break above 154.330, I think we can continue moving bullish. I think a really good target is going to be 154.500. So that's something I'm going to keep in mind over here. Gold 15-minute chart took an entry once the wick was broken. Awesome. Looks good. I just don't like these sells. I like sells below 1879. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. Like a lot of winning trades you can actually get if you just wait. Just wait. You know, when I look at a chart, especially the gold chart, I know then I can have a much better winning trade below 1879 because we have clean candles to the left. That's what I know, and that's what I'm going to wait for. You know, whatever happens over here, it's just whatever. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is gold 1 hour chart. Buys above 1889.64. Looks good. I think the zone is a little bit thicker. Maybe make it a little bit thinner so that you can cover this candle, cover this rejection here, and maybe, you know, cover a little bit of this area right here. And also you can't discount, maybe, you know, below this area you can have some sort of move coming down. Or I guess you're waiting for a much bigger move below 1855. That also looks good. Would you take impulse entries on pound yen? No. No, sir. No, sir. GJ, potential buys above 154.300. Wick fill right here. Yep, looks good. Looks good. We'll see how we come above, you know, 154.300, 330. Right now, we're just in this no trade range at this point. Do you trade US 30? No. No US 30. Is this the chat Raj is viewing, or is there a Zoom? Oh, I'm actually viewing this chat over here too. What if price looks choppy in high time frame and clean in the lower time frame? Can we take trade if range is enough? Sometimes, yes. You know, so that goes to the point when you have choppy range to the left hand side, but it looks cleaner on the high time frame, and it looks choppy on the smaller time frame. It's good to take it because, you know, higher time frame will always prevail over the like, you know, the lower time frame. So even though, let's say sometimes you have ranges on the lower time frame, this is when we say that, okay, when you have, let's say, a consolidation to the left hand side, there's a probability that the only way price will break through that consolidation is going to be with one clean candle moving through. Right? Only one clean candle moving through. And on the lower time frame, it may look choppy, but then that's where the confidence comes in from the higher time frame. You know, because then you're going to look at the high time frame and say, well, you know, the range is clean, so it made sense for price to continue moving through this dirty range on the smaller time frame. And the more you see it, the more confident you're going to get on it. And I think I remember 2 weeks ago, we did take a trade based on that, where we had a consolidation to the left-hand side and pound yen was falling down, and we took sells at that point for price to continue bearish. Let's take a look here. Pound yen after the fake out 15-minute took a sell. Oh, nice. Took a sell based on a 5-minute time frame. Beautiful. GBP NZD entered on the break of support, closed 90% of break even. Nice. More moves. See, the more charts you look at, the more moves that you're going to see, right? And it's really not important to, like, execute on all the moves that you see, but it's also important to just focus on the pairs you really want to trade on. For me, I focus on pound yen, I focus on gold, and that's about it. Sometimes something else, but mostly it's just this two pairs. That's it. Pound AUD can move. It is whatever. Pound New Zealand can move. Guys can have good trades on pound New Zealand. It is whatever. For me, it's okay. So Stephanie trades GN, EN. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. We focus on the pairs we want, and then we kind of like execute on them. US 30 buys. Ooh, got a break above 34,000 over here. We've been making higher highs and higher lows in US 30 for a long time. Let's take a look at this over here. Looking at the daily time frame. 35,100. History was made. History was made in the first week of May at this point. So we'll see if we're going to continue up or not. So you use the normal rectangle tool to make the support and resistance. Yes. So Darn Easy from the US would be a good guest, very knowledgeable. I haven't seen one, I don't know, I'm not going to say it, but I've not seen him drop any value other than just showing his profits and, oh, look guys, it's so easy. So no, it's not. Trading is not easy. Trading is not easy at all. Yeah, so I mean, it's all about value. Like, all the guests we've had, they've provided some sort of value, or I've seen that they've provided value on their page and some videos or something like that. Like Torre, we had a guest. He provides a lot of value when it comes to crypto. Ty provides a lot of value for free with YouTube live analysis he does. So sometimes we make mistakes and we bring on people who we should not bring on. There are some people who we brought on, now they talk smack about us. So it is what it is. It's okay, but you live and learn. Tons of gold setups today from London sessions. Yes. Yeah, so far I'm just waiting for price to break below 1880, 1879 to see where we're going to push. This is the start of the new 30-minute candles at this point. And yeah, we're still in a range over here. It looks like might be another character building day, but we'll see what happens. Hey Raja, what is MT5 Pro? I know MT5, but Pro, I could not find anything about it. Well, if you stop Googling about it, you're not going to find anything about it. I think MT5 Pro is like where you get raw spreads, lower spreads, so that's all what it is. What about Samuel Leach? Actually, you know what? I would want to have him on. He started his small traders talk show. I'm not sure the correct name, but I did watch that show. It's pretty entertaining. So I think he'd be a pretty good guest, Samuel Leach. Some things, disagreeable, but I still think he's going to be a pretty good guest. So we'll see what we can do. What time you launching PAM option? I think it is on at this time. What about IG Dust? IG Dust was another student who now doesn't like us anymore. So, What about Kerwin? Kerwin's always a guest. Is there a big difference between cTrader and TradingView pertaining to gold price? No, it should all be the same. Prices should all be the same. There may be some difference in the way the candles form because, there are different liquidities, but the prices should all be the same.
Did somebody say my name?
Somebody says, can we have Kerwin as a guest? Oh my God, always.
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
How are you, brother?
Good,
you
man.
Have a good time?
Yes, had a great time.
Very nice, man.
Had a great time. Wanted to take a break from the family, but family decided to come with me. I'm like, oh, great. But it was still good. Do you believe U.S. government within the next few years could manipulate price heavily due to inflation? Oh yeah, I think inflation is here. It's it's here. You're going through inflation. I remember when we bought this house in August 2020, we wanted to change the doors, and every door price which we got was like $80. You know, that same door today, bro, it's $180.
Oh my God, because of the timber.
Yes. Yeah, inflation is here, man. Your sugar cost is high, flour is higher now, wood is expensive, metal, aluminum, everything. Everything is getting expensive. Timber is insane. And the reason why people don't see it as clearly at this point, because the government is handing them money. Oh, you don't have money? Here you go. Here's some more. Here's some more. And then I think in the next 2-3 years, things are going to go really, really south there for a lot of people. Biden is ignoring 4.5% inflation spike. Man, Biden even ignores half of the words he says.
Come on.
He can't even take out half of the words.
Here we go again. This is. That's why this show is the best one.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, mama.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It's like it's like crazy. It's like you have your grandpa on the podium who forgot to take his medication in the morning. You know, that's the way he has someone talking. And I mean, like, I'm not sure if you guys have been watching the news or if you guys see the way they talk about Biden administration. They don't call it the Biden administration. They call it the Biden-Harris administration. You know, which leads me to believe that Simpsons may be right. Because in Simpsons, there's a president in office who passes away, and then Lisa Simpson, she becomes the president. So maybe Harris is Lisa. I don't know.
Kamala, Lisa.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're right or not, but
Imagine if Biden wants to run another 4 years.
holy.
I'm back
You
to
think he can make it?
At least if he dies, we'll get movement in the market.
Modi planning to ban Facebook and Twitter in India. Well, are you guys living in India? You're screwed, man. I don't know what Modi's doing. Modi's got his sniper rifle and he's like, all right, what should we ban next? Boom, boom, boom. We're dealing with a bigger supply issue rather than inflation. Yes. And what happens when you have supply issues? Prices go up. That's all what happens with I think it's like it's basically that's a ploy that they want to play, right? They don't want to accept inflation is imminent, but they'll say, okay, like, you know what? It's not inflation, guys. We have a supply issue. Like, all of a sudden farmers have stopped farming rice. Yeah, right. All of a sudden farmers have stopped farming wheat. Right. You know, I mean, doesn't make any sense, you know. And if there is a supply issue, they'll say, oh yeah, it's because of the virus we have supply issue, because transport trucks aren't moving. Government can say whatever they want to say to make them feel safe, but it takes a woke mind to realize what they're trying to say. You're in New Zealand over here, 10 pips secured, nice. Winning trades, beautiful. I like winning trades. GU. Previous higher low, strong support. If the 1 hour candle closed bullish, confirming support, not breaking previous structure, GU could retest the highs. Yeah, I mean, it could, but the way I'm looking at it is, where's GU right here? This is the thing. On the 4 hour, we're rejecting a resistance, right? On the 4 hour, we're rejecting a resistance. On the 1 hour time frame, you gotta wait for this 1 hour candle to close, basically, you know. And we also have this resistance forming on the 1 hour time frame here as well. Let's take a little deeper over here. We had a support at this point. I just don't like it. I see it as we came down to make a low, and we're coming up to create some sort of a resistance to continue down to retest the low. I don't know what that means for GJ, but you know, so far we're just ranging over here. I learned since the Fed started printing money in 1900s, 25% of all money printed was in 2020. Oh. Yeah, that's sick. I believe that. But yeah, GU mostly looks like it created a low to do like a retest to continue down. I think that's what we're going to wait for. Because just by looking at buys, I think clean buys are going to be above this area because you got clean candles here going up. Will you come to the Netherlands for holiday? Yeah, for sure. Maybe in the near future. But we'll have to get the vaccines to travel. That's the whole thing. So that's why I gotta wait a little bit to see if everyone gets it and nothing happens after a little while. Then I'll be like, all right, okay, you know what? We can do this. Candles are trending down from support, strong support, waiting for candle to close in my direction. Bearish taking sells over here. Wick fill, clean traffic, secured positions. Nice. This was the trade from yesterday. Hey, Raja, I was up 15% this month. Lost it all last week in a 5-day losing streak after a 30-day winning streak. Feeling super unconfident at the moment. My trades are the same. I've been taking for years. Just with lack of volume, it's been hard. If the trades are the same, risk the same, what do you recommend I can do to help boost confidence back? I'm going to say something I say all the time. When you're taking a losing trade, go over that losing trade and see what happened. You know, what was the issue? What, like, did you have a late entry? Was it an early entry? Did you close early? Where did you lose confidence? What could you have done to have an opposite trade? That's what I would do. You know, if I was having a losing streak, that's exactly what I would do. I would look at a trade. I would see why I lost the trade. I posted a really good example too on my Instagram here. Yeah, let me pull this up. A really good example was, I think it was this one right here, right? Oh no, I think it was this one right here. Yeah, how to go over your losing trade, right? So I pick one losing trade and then I go over that losing trade to see, you know, what basically happened. So that's what you got to do. You got to go over your losing trades all the time. I go over my trades all the time, every day. You know, and you can't ignore it. It's like the same thing as, like, you know, when you're a student or when you don't have enough money or you have money issues, you don't want to look at your bank account because, you know, like, I've been in that place where I just wouldn't look at my bank account because I'd be scared to look at the bank account. You know, it's the same thing as when you take losing trades. You have to take a look at those losing trades and plot them on the charts and see why is it happening? You know, how could you have done something different? All right, slowly we're coming down over here on gold. We got to break below this area. Can you post link to that? No. You need to go to Instagram and then you open my profile and it's right there. Man, how lazy can you get? Come on. The gulag is lazy forever. I think it's because of the lazy people that we're going to start charging for the streams. All these lazy people in the gulag make them work a little bit.
Let's go.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Good morning, Raja. Gold chart, percentage says below 1879. You know what, Mr. Orlando? I'm looking at the same thing at this point. Below 1879. Euro JPY, oh, we're still in a range over here. We have the same idea on Euro JPY. I'll show you right here. We're just ranging at this point. Which vaccine are you getting? That has not even crossed my mind yet. I'm staying far, 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 far away. Everything that the government says is good for you, I believe, no, I'm going to stay away from that. I've always done something which the majority have not done. Whichever way the majority goes, I've always went the other way. My family says that to me all the time. They're like, hey, you always do the opposite of the majority. I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, hey, listen, I'm successful so far, so I'll keep that going.
That's good.
Yeah, man, that's what they say. My dad told me the other day, everyone's getting the vaccine. I don't know why you're not getting it. I'm like, well, that's the reason why I don't want to get it at this time.
Yeah, like if everyone else got it, why do I have to get it?
Yeah, exactly, right?
That's my mindset here.
Like they'll be fine, and if they're fine, then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if I'm not fine, they can't get it from me, So. What can I do to earn a microfluidity DVD? Oh yeah, I was cleaning out my office, and I found the old DVDs here, and probably we're gonna have like some sort of a competition, and we're gonna start to give them out. But can't believe DVDs were a thing at one point. Do you think that the price of breaking XAU 1880 fall straight to close below will be possible to enter? You know what? I'm going to be waiting for price to break below 1879.50. Let's say right over here. Below this area, I'm going to be looking for price to break 1879.50. And that's where my efforts are going to go in taking sells. Potentially continue till 1877. We got about 15 minutes left for the NY Open as well, so we shall see. Are you looking for impulse or close? No idea. We'll see. Still got 15 minutes left. Oh wow, this is moving pretty quick at this point. 1879.50. Let's say, based on your experience, is the market too slow these days because there's no opportunity, or maybe I can't see there is only consolidation? Yeah, it's been pretty choppy here lately, especially in pound yen. It has been really choppy at this point, so we're just kind of like waiting on pound yen to see where it's going to break up or it's going to break down. Gold is also at this very, very strong support level here, inching closer to 1879.50. So we shall see. Will this close with a rejection, or are we going to push beyond 1879.50? All right, we're coming close.
So what's the plan? Take an impulse?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Just gotta drop below 1879.50. That's what I'm gonna take. That's what I'm gonna take an impulse.
Thank you.
Suddenly everyone becomes so serious when there's a chance for trade. Well, yeah, this is what we've been looking at here, right? So price came down, came close. I wonder if someone took sells over here and price just rejected. But I'm waiting for this area to break 1879.50. Have you heard about herd immunity? We should shut up about the... Let the experts talk. Okay. Will you take an impulse on gold? Not sure. Probably it's going to be an impulse at this point because it's good it came down and made a low. And if it starts to break its own low, I think there's a very good possibility we can continue down. The only problem is there's the support at this point. which is kind of like making gold a little bit harder to continue down. Stops, haven't decided on stops yet. I think it's going to be above a candle over here, so we'll see how it comes down. Which time frame do you use as entry? The time frame you see right now. How to become one of your student? Well, if you can find a way, then you can find a way. Other than that, it is what it is. This is the best place to be, though. The live stream. Like, let's forget about being a student, whatever. If you're in the live stream, consider you're a virtual student at this point. How long should I be profitable before taking investments? That's a very delicate situation over there. That's up to you. I mean, that's up to you how long you want to be profitable before taking on investments. Very sensitive topic. Depends on who you're taking investments from too. Because if you lose the money, you gotta understand, are they going to come after you? Are they going to be, hey, it's okay? You know, so yeah, it's a bit of a problem there.
Break your knees.
Yeah. You know, some very bad people out there who may seem like they're nice, but yeah, when the money is gone, then they're like, hey man, where's that money? But then you say, oh, but you said it was okay.
Let me see that left knee.
Get the loan sharks coming after you.
Oh yeah, especially loan sharks. Had a guy, he messaged, he's like, hey man, I took money out from Money Mart and they keep on charging me $100 a week for the money I took out. Here's what he said. Do you think I can deposit $1,000 and make $100 a week just to keep Money Mart happy? I'm like, what? No, you can't, man.
It's the payday loan, right?
Yeah. Payday loan.
With the super high interest.
Yeah, super high interest. I'm like, how'd you take out? He's like, I took out $5,000 and now I got to pay them $100 a week in interest. So can I make that in the market? I'm like, no.
Imagine that working for a loan the rest of your life.
I'm like, why'd you need the $5,000 anyway? Oh, I had to invest somewhere. I'm like, okay, where'd that investment go? Oh, the guy blew the account. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. Yeah, so don't make those mistakes. Those are rookie mistakes. Don't do that. Why don't you push people to like and subscribe? I don't know. Hey guys, can you like and subscribe, please? We have how many likes? 500 likes. Sometimes I do. I mean, the only time I tell guys to like the stream is because, you know, when we have a winning trade, then everyone just likes the stream. Other than that, I think only 500 people like the stream out of 3,100.
Usually 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
GA. Oh, wow. GA is still pushing bearish over here. We looked at it this morning. Looks like it's about to break the support. Yeah. We're about to break below this low over here on GA. This is another opportunity on GA here. Waiting for the low to be made and resistance to continue sells. Yeah, this looks good. This visualization. Oh, we're breaking the lows here. I think GA is going to continue bearish. Looks like Mac entered some GA sells over here.
You think so?
Yeah, look at his laugh. His laugh.
I don't hate GA. I was setting up a sales DJ.
Next, like,
No, not today.
I won't.
But if we do break under 200, I think we're gonna continue down on DJ.
Now in 5 minutes he'll be screaming, "Oh, take profit, take profit!"
Take profit on GA. Take profit on GA.
No, come on, man.
His nervous laugh. I can feel it.
Timber. I think the GJ should play out for sales. Have a massive dump.
Yeah, what you're gonna find is it's just in this range over here, which is a very difficult range to trade in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Height.
Yeah, so gotta wait for it to break out of it. Are you invested in Dogecoin? No. Can I ask you? Can what's this? Can I ask? Can I ask when you say you're waiting for it to break 1850? Like I am also. How do you enter as soon as it breaks or retest on a 1 minute time frame? I'm gonna enter once it breaks below 1879.50. That's where I'm gonna enter. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Gold trade sells. Price continued down to the support. Nice. If it would have broken the support, I think it would have been a much better trade for price to move. This is DAX 30. Ranging. Looking for a candle to close above for buys. No impulse entry. For a candle to close below. Clean candles to the left hand side. Yeah, looks good. Looks pretty good. GJ is still ranging. GA broke below support. Still got more room to continue down. Why 1879.50? Because that's the support we have right here. And I think 1879.50 is I think it's a decent number for price to break below to continue down. Using stops is better than executing manually, especially on gold. That's true. Hey man, is there any other pairs besides GJ and gold which you would recommend during New York Open? I would recommend, I think your JPY is good. Your JPY is good. USD CAD is good. We have a lot of pairs like that which are good. Your JPY, GU is good. Your USD is good if you can trade your USD. I've had a very hard time trading your USD in the past, so you know I don't really like trading your USD a lot. Have had really bad experiences trading your USD.
Sometimes your USD is like Biden, right? It doesn't move.
Yeah. Yeah.
It moves slowly.
What's this? How UFA sightings went from joke to national security worry in Washington. Oh. What made you decide to operate only on GJ? It was funny because we had some friends and they were trading pound yen, and they're making good gains on pound yen, and that piqued my interest. I'm like, oh, nice, okay, this looks pretty interesting. And then we just stuck to pound yen. I remember we were trading USD JPY and found that pound yen was much more volatile than USD JPY. And then I found out that I was making my entire gains on pound yen. So I just like, well, you know, it's time to ditch USD JPY and focus on pound yen. People are asking personal questions now. Were you ever a ladies' man back when you were single or just a nerd?
Oh, that's a delicate situation.
You know when you play soccer and you can be the goalie and you can be playing the defense and the offense and you can play in the midfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would consider myself an all-rounder.
Oh.
No, like, you know, like there's like, I don't know. I think I'm a very social person, so yeah, I would say. But I wasn't really a nerd. I know in school I wasn't a nerd. I wasn't a nerd at all. Yeah, see, so once the streams they go into private mode, all these questions are gonna get filtered. It's not soccer, it's football. Yes, it's football. Yeah, it looks like pound yen is still ranging over here. Nothing's happening. Gold is also in a range now again. GA is pulling back. When is private mode coming? It's not coming for you guys in the Slack or in Zoom. Everything's going to stay the same for everybody. What's the difference between a liquidity grab and a pullback? It's the same thing. Liquidity grab, pullbacks, same thing. Pullbacks happen because price is pulling back to continue in the intended direction. Liquidity grab is the same thing where price basically grabs liquidity to continue on in its intended direction.
It's just a retracement on the lower time frames.
Yeah, exactly. Retracement on the lower time frames, or lower time frames creating market structure in the opposite way to continue on in the direction of the high time frame. This is gold. Entry at the break of the low. Very nice. Absolutely what I'm looking for here as well. TP1, TP2, TP3, maybe not in this order, but the idea is exactly what I'm looking for here. Break of the slow for price to continue down. To want to be contrary just for the sake of being contrary is merely another form of conformity. You continue to be a slave to majority, but you only thought. Yeah, all these comments are going to get filtered as well. Some philosophy over here today. What is the importance respecting an area before continue moving the other way? The importance is, okay, so the way it works is there are orders on prices, right? So whenever you see prices, there are orders in those prices. So let's say, for example, that price rejected 1880, and it moved up, came down. So if it really has to move bullish, if let's say it has to break above 1884 to continue on towards 1887, and if we're coming down to retest 1880, this means after the fact that we basically collected all the orders down here and now we're breaking above to continue in this clean range up till 1887. So that's all what it is. And then in hindsight you can say, oh yeah, we had a double bottom, that's why price is moving up, but we need for price to break above this area here, 1884, or to break below this area to continue down. How far are the magic keys? There are 4 oceans away. We have pre-ordered. Can we pay ahead? No, you can't pay ahead. Yeah, we changed a little bit of dynamics there for pre-orders. Usually what we used to do was we used to take payments on pre-orders, and then then you had to wait whenever they get shipped out. So we get questions about, oh, where's my order, this and that. Now what we did is you can place the pre-order, but you won't get charged. You only get charged when the item is ready to ship, so that people are happier that way. So yeah, we learned something in business here. What's your opinion on owning a timeshare? From what I've seen, I think timeshare was a huge scam. That's what I've seen. There are a lot of videos on YouTube too. YouTube.com. Timeshare. Oh man, this guy talked about us. I can't believe it. We used to look up to this guy, Anton Creel, and 2 years ago he was literally talking about us. He was saying how shit we are, how garbage we are. We're all wankers. I was like, yes, we made it.
For real?
Yeah, don't you remember? Oh, you.
No, I never heard of him.
Oh, you were here, man. Anton Creel, he was. Yeah, it was hilarious. We're like, yes, we made it.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. He's knowledgeable, this and that, but then he talks about how brokers are there to rip you off, how brokers do this, brokers do that, take my course, do this, do that. But at the same time, he doesn't offer a solution. What he says is brokers are there to fuck you over, but he doesn't offer a solution of where to go and trade. It's one of those things where you can just complain without offering any solutions. You know. So yeah, but it was hilarious. He talked about us, talked about Uncle Ted, talked about Wix Don't Lie as being like a fat white guy, and I just found it amazing. I'm not even a fat white guy. That was yeah. What video did no? If it wasn't a video, it was him commenting on Instagram. That's what it was. What's this here? Waited for a break and retest on the 1 minute. Oh, nice. So right down over here, you took an entry. I think it was good. You know, price came down, filled the wick, and then retraced at the same time. All right. Looks like Mac has gone to pray for his positions on pound AUD. Mac isn't here. He's going to his prayer room. Oh God, pound AUD drop, please.
Oh, wow. Didn't even say it, man.
Yeah.
Looks like gold is rejecting that 1880, and the hourly candle did a nice rejection from previous hourly zone. That 1880 has been rejected a couple times on the hourly time frame. So the moment you have candles breaking above that area that you have marked 1884 will be a really nice bias to retest those 1887, in my opinion. You need candles closing bullish above that area.
Yeah, I think so too. I just realized, do we market use a different time when it comes to 4-hour candle closes? Yes. The liquidity provider we use is different. They go off of London close. So you see the daily candles, they start at 8 p.m. and the 4-hour candles also, you know, they start differently. But all the other market structure is just the same. For me, not to get confused, I just focus on one liquidity and then just like, you know, execute on my MT5. It changes a bit. We study market structure. No, it stays the same. It's all the same. I've never focused on that at all. Never. You know, because 1 hour is the same, 30 minutes the same, 15 minutes the same. You know, high time frame biases, it's all the same. So yeah, we're just ranging at this time. What time is it? 8 a.m. Oh, New Zealand USD looking for 20 pips. Started week off with good retail sales data, riding bullish wave. Nice. Chance to visit and break previous highs. Looks good. I think you may want to keep in mind this area here. Maybe may have a bit of a consolidation over here. So just want to keep that in the prophetical vision. See what's going on. Can you link your broker with TradingView to enter a trade from TradingView? No, you can't. I think the only brokers that are allowed over here are, how do you see this information? From here? Oh yeah, these are the only brokers that are allowed. I think. Paper trade, oh, this is paper trading. Awanda, Gemini, FXCM. What do you say about smart money concept of trading? I have no idea. I think smart money concept of trading, it got discovered. I think the first time I heard about the smart money and dumb money was maybe 2 months ago. I didn't hear about it last year or year before. Maybe it was there, but I didn't. I think that's a new way to say, oh, trade like the banks. Because when I first started, everyone told me, oh, you got to trade like the banks to be profitable. And I was like, oh, shit, I want to learn about that. And no one could teach me because no one knew where banks trade. You know, I was like, oh, interesting. So I guess we're all shit out of luck at this point. And now this smart money, dumb money concept, I have no idea what that is. But I just stick to the information provided on the charts. If we break this most recent resistance, high probability we can go to the next one, you know, and the same for support at this point. I remember that stage of my trading career, banks are stop loss hunting. Oh, you know what? I used to believe that banks, the way banks make profits are by hunting your stop losses. And I would think, man, I have a $2,000 account. Why the hell are banks after my $2,000 when they deal with billions of dollars a day?
There you have it.
You know? Like, why is someone's $100 is going to mean so much for the banks?
Yeah.
What about USD Mexican pair? Oh, USD peso. Is it a good?
It's like the Argentinian peso.
Yeah. Carrying out offenders and wait, what the fuck? It's not like that.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. It's good.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, someone's got the older magic keys over there. Can you turn on automatic subtitles on YouTube? I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I don't. Oh, there we go. Caption certification. Oh. I think this will bring out automatic subtitles here. What is it? English? Yeah, I don't think that's the thing. Hey Raja, my broker does not charge commission and my spreads are so low in major players, which is 1.5. How is this possible? It's good. It's great. What do you mean by making the streams that we no longer access it? So you're gonna have access to all the older streams. Just we're gonna change a few things here and there. How would you enter gold buys? I would want to wait for price to close above 1880, 1884. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good idea. Wait for price to close above 1884. All right. In the brokerage, can I load money with Bitcoin? Yes. Looks like pound yen is also dropping heavy over here a little bit. It's coming down to the support. Mac came back, looked at the price, saw GA still dropping. He's like, all right, cool.
Oh, he's making the bet.
Yeah, he
Look at the chubby Mac right there.
well, he's in profits. He's like, all right. He's actually doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
At buy, do you expect the candle to close above region and sell? Would you enter without waiting? It's not about that. I want the candle to close because we got 2 minutes left. So that's why I want the candle to close. Devrick, hi. So how do the paid streams going to work? Is it every time you... No, it's just going to be monthly. You know, monthly, and that's about it. You can do monthly, and you know it's going to be good to go at that point. We've been doing free streams for about 4 years now, every day. Did you heard about Candace? So sad she died. She was one of us. Oh, I've seen that name in the Gulag. I've seen that name in the Gulag. But people in Gulag lie a lot too, so I don't know. You used to make fun of Paul for trying to monetize his live stream, and now you're doing the same thing. Paul, the thing is, I gave Paul the live streams to focus on, and he just demolished it. He left, he abandoned people, he stopped doing the live streams, he just fell off the wagon. That's what happened with Paul. I really really tried to help him, but he just fell off the wagon. Some people in life you just can't help. You just can't help some people. I tried to help him. I gave him the Asian live streams. At the time when I gave him the Asian live streams, there were 700 people showing up live every day on the Asian live streams. And when he took over, he was inconsistent. It was just not a good environment. His viewership fell from 700 to 80, 100 at one point at the end. And then he just stopped. He stopped, and then he moved to London streams. He did London streams for 2-3 days, and he moves to New York streams, and then he moved to FTMO funded account as a mentor. I mean, what kind of a mentor needs funding? I mean, if you're a mentor, it means you have money to trade your own funds. You don't need funding. It was just a mess. It was just one of those times where I shouldn't really trust people. Same with, it is what it is. Tonight, is there a stream? I think.
Yes, there will be a stream tonight.
Yeah, especially the fact when that guy was burping and munching on his food on the live stream with the mic on. All right, there we go. 30-minute candles still open up this time.
Yes.
See, I'm not sure if I want to enter over here or do I want to enter at 1884.30 above this bearish wick.
Yeah, that's the safest entry.
Yeah.
You can enter, you enter now, but then you will be willing for the retest to that previous candle.
Yeah.
But if you wait for the break of that bearish candle, then be safer.
I was watching an Uncle Ted and Iron Man argument. Someone uploaded that on YouTube.
We should make it into an NFT.
Oh my god.
NFT.
Oh my god, my children's.
All right, 1884.30 is going to be the time to get in a buy on gold. Can I use your brokerage from North Africa? Yes. Will the streams be on YouTube, Zoom in September? Haven't really figured that out yet, but they will be on Zoom. Yeah, they will be on Zoom. My buy stop was activated on gold. Uh-oh. Interesting.
My sell stop up in.
Oh, and GJ?
Yeah.
It's coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, GA is still running at this point. GJ. See, I don't like sells on GJ only because there's a lot of consolidation over here. That's the only reason I don't like sells on GJ. Maybe below 154, I'd like it, but not at that point.
Really choppy.
Yeah, really choppy. Gold is slowly coming up towards 1884.30 at this point. The stop loss is going to be below this 15-minute candle, around 1883. That's where the stop is going to be. 1883.
That 1884 area, it's a strong resistance. So whoever is looking for these buys, be aware that you can, get price going to the 1885.80 and rejection from there. Other than that, this can be a massive move to the upside. There's only a small bump on the road around 1885.80. Other than that, this is good.
All this area is like when you're walking in dark alley and there are people standing there and you're not sure whether you should go through that alley or not.
Yeah.
These wicks, this is what it is right here. So you just want to be a little bit careful here. Come up a bit more, and then I think we can continue moving bullish.
Yeah, you don't want to get stabbed.
Just feel the vibes of gold.
$18.84.30. And I think we're coming up towards 1887 at that point. 1886, 1887. Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully the market maker is not watching the streaming and they're gonna stop us out.
Yeah.
Market makers.
Yeah. It is what it is. As long as you have a stop loss, you know how much you're risking. So no stress at all.
All right, let's look at pound yen. Pound yen is still rejecting the support. You see right here. I did execute at this point. Price came up. I did execute right here. So my entry is right over here. Stop is below this 15-minute candle. Anticipating price to move up. This is my entry on the terminal right here. Enter right here at the top. I think, if this is a losing trade, it is what it is. I'll join the gulag here for today. Yeah, pound yen is in a tough range over here. Someone is saying, nice trade. No, it's not. If this 15-minute candle closes above 1884, I'm going to stay in this trade. But if it closes below 1884, I'm going to close my trade. Oh, damn, got stopped out. Oof. One chance for today.
Rejection. Strong rejection.
Yeah, that was a very, very strong rejection. Since GJ has been ranging almost all this month to a person that trades only GJ, would you suggest, because there's not enough trades that you can do, what would you suggest? Oh, I would just suggest just wait it out, right? So pound yen is just ranging. It's ranging at this point, So when it's ranging, I just look at gold, and I tried an entry on gold. You can see right here, enter on gold, lost the trade right here. So I'm up about $33 in profit here for today. I think it's pretty good. $33. Oh no, actually minus $200 because commissions ate up the profits. Let's see. Get out of the stream and enjoy the gulag. How to properly set the stop loss? The way I had my stop loss set up, it was pretty proper. Otherwise, it would have been a bigger drawdown than it is.
I took the same loss 45 minutes ago.
Oh. Right up over here, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens. I'm surprised you took that trade. I thought you would have waited to fill the wicks. Yeah, but you know, I had to follow my rules. We were breaking above this wick, so I was like, okay, you know what? It's seems like a good idea to execute, so I executed. And I mean, it didn't work out. It is what it is. No stress, no big deal. I was actually expecting the volume with NY Open to continue driving price up because, you know, we've been ranging since after London Open. We ranged through London, we ranged through pre-NY, and we were moving into NY Open, so I expected volume to drive price up. But I think gold had some other plans, so it's okay. Pound yen is still ranging at this point.
Yeah, they went to the same place.
Yeah. So I might give my bias a second chance if we start breaking above 1884 again. This was trade 1, gold, buys, minus 12 pips. You got to trade your plan with discipline day in and day out. Doesn't matter if you take a loss. Yes, that's true. Please tell me why gold made big moves in Asian session. Ooh. This was an Asian session. This was before London Open. This was an Asian session. I think it was just like a technical reaction down to a support area. Yeah, down at 1873. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a very, very strong rejection here from the bottom. You know, so I guess with the candle closing bullish, you expected price to move up because we had clean candles to the left hand side. All right. Do you find this entry risky on GA? Risky. I think it's good. I think I would have taken it when I think it kind of like broke below this wick over here. That's where I would have taken this trade. Right at that point. But I think it was still pretty good because you had clean candles to the left hand side. A little bit choppy movement, but price was making clean, you know, higher highs and higher lows. So that made sense for price to continue, you know, mirroring that effect. Hey, we were all watching Luke trading and his views were high. He was loving it. He felt pressured, so he was wanking out trades. Oh. Got stopped out 2 times. Thanks God for stop loss. We come back stronger tomorrow. Yes, that's true. That's perfect. Just got to stay safe. You know, got to not lose enough to not come back the next day. That's what it is. Because you always got to come back the next day to be able to fight. You know, that's what I learned in trading. Because sometimes, you know, we can get involved with the pair or with the trade so much, we lose sight of what's there left for tomorrow. You know, at the end of the day, if you start with $1,000 account, and I mean, and by the end of the day, it ends up at like $700 or $600. That's still better than having an account left at, you know, $400. Because then you're like, oh shit, now what do I do? But looks like your JPY is really breaking out this area here. Do you consider impulse entry on gold works better on trending markets? Yes. Yeah, impulse entries they work very well on trending markets. If you switch from YouTube to Zoom stream, how we join? Oh, you can't join. Can't join Zoom. Since when do you trade gold? You used to say gold's volatile, so GJ is your only one pair. Well, Jody Adrian, I think you're coming back to the stream after 6 months or something like that. But I mean, I can do whatever I want. Let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, my profitability on gold has been way better than on pound yen. Pound yen has been really tough. Gold has been way better. were you confident that you would reach success someday when you were in your 20s, or did you get more mad and more confident as you gained more life experience? I wasn't really looking for success. I just wanted to pay my own bills. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, I wasn't looking to get successful. I just wanted to pay my own bills, and I just wanted to own properties. That's all what I wanted to do. Success to me is different. Success to me is like raising good children. That's success to me. To raise a good family. Like if I die tomorrow, my kids would have enough to not to kind of like, work for someone for at least the next 20, 30 years. That's where I'm at this point. So, I mean, the goal is to not have them to work for anyone at all. But like that's success to me. Some to some people, success may be different. Like maybe owning a Lamborghini or owning maybe a big mansion, or to retire their parents, a more realistic goal. To retire the parents, some may see that as successful. But my success is different. It's more relative to family. It's more relative to what I don't know. It's just different to me. How do you make in Forex in a day? How much do you make in Forex in a day? Today I made negative $200. Some days they're positive and some days they're negative, but you make sure that every day is better than yesterday. GBP-JPY is fighting each other. Do you take all trades on stream or also after or before the stream? I think this was the only trade I was going to take today. I had a buy earlier on. If you look right here, I had a buy on pound yen earlier on. It was before the stream right here. We broke the high right here. We broke the high, took an impulse entry, and price went up, right? Gold, same idea. Same idea here. Look, broke the high. Oh, actually it was right here. Gold broke the high and took a buy, but got stopped out. Oh, right here. Yeah, took a buy right over here once we broke the high. Right up over here. Took a buy, we broke the high, and price came down. So, it is what it is. What's the strategy after a loss? Do you take another trade? No, I just call it a day, so I'm done here for the day. I'm just going to spectate price, and that's it. The only thing I'm going to be actively looking for is to see where pound yen is going to break at NYSE open. So in about an hour over here. So, looks like someone's auntie is on the mic. Okay. Hey, Raja, I don't know why my stop loss didn't get activated on gold. Took 26 pip loss. I'm using XNES. I'm not sure. I think you need to contact them. Why your stop loss didn't get activated. Probably there was a little bit of a slippage, because I do know it moved down pretty quick. What makes your course different to other courses? There's nothing different. I just don't like talking about it. What happened to trading with Monty? Trading with Monty is here. He's around. He's here. Do you think the timing was a bit too early to take that trade? Oh, what? Too early to have taken the trade, which mostly leads to losses? I don't think the timing was too early. I was expecting it to go up, but at the same time, I knew exactly how much am I going to lose. So I try not to dwell over the losses a lot. If there was a bad entry, I was watching it. I wanted to take a trade above this wick. I planned for it and executed on it. So whenever you're going to execute on a trade, there's going to be a probability it's going to work out, and then there's going to be a probability it's not going to work out. So based on experience, based on what you've seen in the chart, if you think that there's a higher probability it should work out, also understand that there's a probability it may not work out, right? And you should be ready to accept that outcome. So when I took this trade, I knew there's a small probability it may not work out, because the same idea I took on pound yen earlier on as we broke above this area here. And it didn't work out at this time, and I'm totally okay with that. You need to be objective with price, I think. If there's a loss, then shake it off. Probably just didn't work out. It's what I've learned in the past months. Yes, that's absolutely true. But then again, there are some points we can learn from that as well. So we can't really discount that as well. I didn't listen carefully. Are you going to stop the streams? No, the streams are still going to go on. It's just going to be for serious people. And for guys asking me in Slack no, you guys don't have to pay anything. In Slack, you guys are here. I mean, it's a lifelong thing, so. Looks like GA is rejecting over here as well. Oh, wow. This is a sign of rejection here. Candle closed with a small body. Next candle breaks the high. Boom. Boom. If you have series of losses in a month and you're following your plan, what can you do? What can you do that stay focused? What you can do that stay focused is to maybe look at why you're taking a losing trade. Maybe look to see if you have an early entry or late entry, or what's happening. Why are you taking that losing trade? Potential fake out on GA like we saw on the sim session. Yeah, looks like it. Very well looks like it. We broke below support, came back above support, need a candle to close, and that's when we have a fake out to potentially price to continue bullish. I hope you won't delete the videos in the channel. No, the videos are going to stay in the channel. My channels are going to stay here. It's not going anywhere. I heard that yen is safe haven, whereas pound is a bit risky. What do you say? Yeah, I think it's right. Yen is safe haven. I don't think pound is risky. I think pound is a good currency that people used to trade with. Trading is all about taking the money from the impatient and giving to the patient. Yes, that's true. But sometimes when you're patient, you also lose money. That's the way how this game works. Are you giving a bias another chance above the high on gold? Probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If that happens, by NYSE. So this is what I'm going to wait for, right? So we've been ranging on pound, yen, and gold since after London Open. We ranged after London Open, moving into pre-NY, moving into NY Open. The next time of volume is going to be at NYSE. So yeah, we're going to see if we can move beyond NYSE or not. He means risk currency against safe haven. Oh, risk currency against safe haven? I'm not sure. I think USD is like that. Let's see here. Yeah, gold is still ranging here. Terrible range. I'm sending emails to marketfluidity.com so I can. Oh, probably someone's going to get back to you today because on the weekends they don't work. Please send link to Zoom. Well. Yeah, I think it's a character building day here today. Just ranging. Your JPY is coming down to do retest here as well. Bro, I'm here every day from the last 1 month and I'm pretty serious about trading, but I can't pay $50 a month. Please consider beginners like us too. Then I don't think you can trade. Trading is very expensive. Trading is extremely expensive. When we first started the live streams, we wanted to make the live streams paid from the get-go. And I was actually looking for an avenue to get that done And before we could get that done, I was like, okay, you know what? We're just going to keep the live streams open until I figured it out. So it took me 4 years to figure it out. Now, live streams have been free for 4 years. For 4 years, I'm trying to, and after 4 years, I think the technology is here now. So thank you to technology. But guys, we've been doing live streams for 4 years every day.
Yep. Shout out technology.
Yeah, shout out to technology. No one works for free in the world. I worked for free for 4 years. But hey, at the same time, look at the amount of money we've generated for people. Look at the amount of winning trades we've given out, with runners, with everything.
With runners and everything.
Yeah.
Have the runners in.
Exactly. Look at the amount of learning you guys have done in the Gulag. The amount of things you guys know now that you didn't know before. Impulse entries, stops and profits, closing partial positions. All these things you've learned. So that's all you needed to be free and fly out in the real world. So all you guys were hatchlings now, and now you guys have wings.
You got the wings. Don't try them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They didn't have one of those because their bass is out, but I got you 2 other things.
Okay.
Oh. All right.
No, so if you can't pay $50 a month, well, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm gonna full margin call then.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh.
Yeah, it's done. The move to that rejection from support is done.
Wow.
Stop loss or break even just in case.
Nice.
So this was the retest for price to continue bullish.
Yeah. That's what I think.
That's the right thing to do for gold.
Yeah.
Pound yen is still struggling.
Stop playing games. Stop playing games, gold. Come on.
Let's see here. Why don't you explain to the Gulag that Zoom comes with a listing of microfluidity? Often you read the question, but you never answer. I'm curious. The reason I don't talk about microfluidity is because I don't want to promote a course. I don't want the stream to be where I promote a course. If people can't do their own research and look that up for themselves, then I don't think they should be even trading to begin with, because like trading, it involves a lot more research than just by looking at these simple things. So I don't know.
But Raja, when you're just doing this, you're just creating a mystery.
Yes.
Mystery about your course. So that's why I was like, at the beginning, I had the same situation to me, I was like, maybe I should do something different. Like, what should I do right now? So, but after that, answer is always there. But people are thinking, I guess, overthinking. Maybe that's why they couldn't see the answer.
Yeah, exactly. So I've always kept it as a mystery. I've never once said on the stream, hey guys, join this course. Never said it at all. Because, we want serious guys in, we want serious people in, we want people to really, get better, stuff like that. So, if you guys can find it, you can find it. If not, then it is what it is. Can you make a video of your trading room and setup? Yeah, it's nothing special now. It's half empty. We removed the couch. We removed a bunch of things from this room.
15-minute candle, Raja. You think we can get it to the 85 at least?
I think if this 5 minute can break above, we can continue.
Are you taking out the trade, Raja?
No. I'm going to
So
be
when
waiting.
you have one loss, you just leave it for the day.
Yeah, leave it for the day. I actually had 2 losses, so I'm just calling it a day at this point.
I'm paying close attention to the 4-hour candle basically, and the last 15 minutes on this hourly candle. This is the move that I'm looking for. You know, the break of that resistance 1885. If we finally get that break in the next 2 minutes, then I think the next 15 minutes gonna fly. I just don't want to see gold pulling back to my entry 1883.50.
Yeah, see, that's the issue because the 4-hour candle starts in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not sure whether that new candle will generate a pullback on the smaller time frames.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, as the 4-hour candle comes to a close, we may get that volume push with the close as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will wait 2 more minutes till this 15-minute candle close and see if it's respecting the 1883.50. If not, then it's gonna stop me out. So that's okay.
Maybe wait for the open, wick down.
Yeah, the waiting for the opening should be better. Then you will have, you know, the confirmation that the 15-minute candle close outside. At that point, it's gonna be a stress-free trade. But I took an impulsive after that rejection one more time on the lower time from support. So I'm giving the chance to this 1-minute candle basically to do the job.
Because if the next 15-minute candle opens and goes down, it has more probability of going higher than if it opens, go up, and then go down.
Yeah, after the pullback, then the break above, yes. But I'm expecting this 15-minute candle to close above that 1885. So
you got 10 seconds left.
10 seconds. Okay, gold, come on. Yeah,
10 seconds.
Yeah, it's not happening though. Yeah, I'm gonna close.
I'm back in the range.
Yeah, very difficult.
Yeah.
Same as GJ. Sheesh.
15-minute candle closed at this point, but with a little rejection on the 5-minute time frames.
Yeah.
GA also came back inside the range. So.
GA too. Oh man.
Yeah, man. Horrible.
All right, I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Be safe. Tune in today for the Asian stream.
Oh, Asian streams?
I will
Yes.
try.
And today's the day.
I will
Today's
try
the
to hop on.
day. Yeah, hop on. Hop on.
Take care, Mac.
Bye bye. Safe.
Yeah, Mac. Bye.
Bye bye.
Brazil loves you, Mac.
There's nada.
Yeah, GA looks like it did a fake out over here. To continue back up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We're on us for our support, that's why.
Yeah. Man, I made some mistakes today, so I'm going to punish myself and just not take any of the trades. I took a gold buy at the top again, expecting it to continue up, but it came down and draw down, and then I just let it go.
No, it's a massive resistance. Massive resistance.
Yeah, it's a very, very strong level over here.
The only thing that, you know, when you if we get a break of this high, then it's gonna be an easy move.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a strong resistance.
What can we do better for that entry? I think at this point, it's very. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's tough to say, but it's very predictable where price is gonna go if we break above, 1884, as Kerbin said, because we're moving in a time when there has to be volume now, because we ranged through pre-New York, New York Open, we're moving into NYSE, so NYSE is going to bring in a lot of volume, so if we do start breaking above 1884, 1885, that's going to be a lot of volume brought in for price to continue on towards 1887, and hey, we may break that to continue up to 1889. You know, so it's just a matter of waiting at this point. I actually did attempt 2 buys on gold. You can see right here. One buy was attempted above. One buy was attempted above this wick, right over here. Second buy was attempted above the previous high, right over here, and both got stopped out. You can see right here, clapped right here, clapped right here. So thanks to my win on GJ, I'm still within my risk. My daily risk is around 1500, around like 1%, 1.5%. So same thing right over here. So now I got 2 losses in a row. Now the question is, will I overtrade? Absolutely not. Having 2 losses in a row means you got to call it a day. I'm going to call it a day, and we're going to come back tomorrow and see what we can do tomorrow. No discipline, man. You should see how you could have reduced the loss on the second trade. There was actually no way to reduce the loss, because it took when this 5-minute candle broke above the high, and then it came down into like almost like a 10 pip drawdown, and then it just closed my entire position. I was like, no, you know what? That's fine. What was your worst trading week recently? How much was the losing trade? I don't think I've had a losing week in the last 6 months. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I had one, how big that was. It's very hard to remember. Can someone make a Raja indicator for the no trade zones? Oh, yeah. See, if I would have stuck to this no trade zone. See, now GJ is in the no trade zone. Nothing happening at this point. Gold is just being gold, doing somersaults. It's being a bitch, man.
It's business.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
It's being a business.
Yeah. You started this count. Yeah, difficult.
Yeah.
You started this account in April at 50,000. It has gone up significantly. Will you withdraw or carry on accumulating? I deposited 50,000. I withdrew 50,000. Yeah, it's just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna see how this goes. But I try to withdraw what I need, right? I mean, it's not like if you're making, let's say, 100,000 a month, you're gonna withdraw the whole thing. I only withdraw what I need. My monthly expenses are like 12,000, 10,000, 12,000. So just withdraw that, and just the rest just stays in there. What's your thoughts on broker bonuses? I think that they're very difficult to achieve. If you look at some of the bonuses, the way you're going to get the bonuses is if you trade percentage of lots. If you trade, let's say, 100 lots, then you're going to get that bonus or whatever. Yeah, but like realistically, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. Any tips for becoming more patient? Does that come with more age, or age is irrelevant? I think it comes with experience. It comes with experience. I was talking about this with my dad yesterday, and we were talking about how some people are smart and how some people are clever. There's a big distinction between being smart and being clever. I think you can be super smart when you go to school, you go to university, you can become smart, but the way you become clever is by life experiences. The way you deal with people, the way you manage yourself in crowds, in certain situations. It's like what they say, that someone is street smart and someone is book smart. So when we talk about the same thing as being patient in trading, it's the same thing as you can read all about being patient and being a disciplined trader from the book called Trading in the Zone. But to be actually execute that on the charts, you need to experience that yourself. So there's a huge difference in being a clever, patient trader and a smart, patient trader. A clever, patient trader is going to see 2 losses, just like me, and I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to stay away, and I'm going to come back tomorrow. A smart one is going to say, okay, you know what? I had 2 losses. Raja said there's going to be volume at NYSE Open. All right, let me get ready for that volume. And smart, patient trader is going to lose in that fight because he's going to try to outsmart the market, and obviously it's going to lose. How long this volume usually lasts around tax? What? Any idea how long this low volume usually lasts around tax time? Never really looked at tax time and volume. I'm not sure. Losing streaks be coming your way because you don't have a good karma from charging the streams. There's a hashtag going on in the gulag right now. 2 hashtag pay for streams, hashtag free streams.
It's trending topic on Twitter, man.
Yeah. Guys, it's still a long time. I remember this happened when we first started the streams. Everyone said, "Oh, free stream, free," and then they never happened. Paid streams never happened. So what's the probability it's gonna happen? I don't know. You guys take everything too seriously there in the gulag. It's like, you guys seen Men in Black? This is literally how I see the gulag. No offense to the gulag, but this is literally how I see the gulag. You remember in Men in Black when Will Smith and his partner Jay? Oh, what happened with GJ? Oh, it's nothing. His partner Jay, they opened this small thing, and they're like small aliens. They're like Jay, Jay.
Chilling,
Yeah.
It's the coffee scene.
I remember that, yeah.
What was the coffee scene?
Ajava.
Men in Black. What's the coffee scene? Oh, coffee aliens.
Yeah.
No. It's not this.
Yeah, this.
No, it's not this. There's like a bunch of little aliens.
Train station. They're in the train station.
Yeah.
In a little locker.
The locker.
Oh, okay.
Locker scene. Oh yeah, this one right here.
So here it goes. It's a lot of
This is how I see the gulag. So now we're moving to the gulag right now. Man, it's so hilarious. We are the people. All right. Oh, shedding a tear over here from laughing so much. Oh, nice to bring a little smile to my face after those 2 losses.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you'll be fine tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, GJ is just a mess.
And 4 hour on goal is closing like a nothing candle, man. Range. Oh well.
Yeah, look at this mess.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I entered on GA just 15 minutes early, and I got taken out on that previous 15-minute pullback, and then now it's going exactly the way.
Yeah, see that here. Maybe this is what it was below this area once it broke the low.
So I did it on the on just that previous one.
Oh.
Right, left, to the left. Yeah, so I said, oh, look, we got to close below. The next one's breaking the low of that one. I'll take the entry, and then it just, but it's all good.
I was looking at the same, but I was waiting for a top wick, a bigger top wick. It just opened, went down, and then went up, so I just left it.
Yeah, I think this was the point where second chance may could have worked right here once we started breaking the low.
I was only supposed to lose 120, and I only lost like 34, 35 with commission, so I'm good.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Don't shoot.
Coach,
Next
what do
time,
you...
wait for the...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
No, next time, just wait for the top wick.
Yeah, I
save you.
Trust me, I'm shaking my head at the moment I heard you say that.
Oh, okay, man.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, these candles are about to close. We're breaking below support. I don't like this sell below this area, 154, 150. I'd probably want to take it below 154 because you got cleaner candles down over here. This is no, no. Would be pretty difficult. Man, if this was Trump, he would have been awake at 7 a.m. and he would have been started tweeting something and we would have had volume in the markets. This guy Biden wakes up at like 12 and then I don't know, man, what's going on over here, but gold should break. Gold should break.
Let's see, 9:30. It's doing something better than this.
Yeah. Waiting for the next 4 hour to wick up and break the low after. Yeah, that looks good. That's a good idea. Because they're bearish, you just need to see where it's going to close. You know, I think on the smaller time frames, you can get some more ideas there as well. Let's take a look over here. I think every pound NCD pair. Oh yeah, look at this on the 15-minute time frame. Need to break below this area for price to continue down. Can I use software effects on MT5? No, it's only meant for MT4. GJ, how big is this range? It's like an 8 pip range. Unless we break and then break below this area and continue down, otherwise nothing. Take a look at this USD CAD chart. Buys above this area, looks good. Clean traffic to the left hand side. Yeah, I guess that's it here for today. I'm going to call it a day over here. Hopefully everyone has a good rest of the day. Don't overtrade. And we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raja.
Take care, Raja.
Thank you,
Raja. Thank you.
No, take care, Raja.
Thank you.
Adios. Oh, President. Adios.
Adios, amigo.
Arrivederci.
شكرا رجاء.